Jenny's Magic Sketchbook 10. Jenny in the Land of Giants. Story by S. Nova. Illustrations by ChatGPT. 1. The Gentle Giant. Jenny floated in the giant's warm palm while the ocean shimmered far below. "You'll be safe now," said the gentle giant, his voice as deep as thunder yet kind as dawn. He placed her inside a golden box lined with soft silk that smelled faintly of sea breeze. 2. A Tiny Friend. At home, the giant's daughter gasped with delight. "She's so tiny. Can I keep her, Papa?" "Of course," said the giant with a smile. "But remember, she's not a toy. She's a friend." The girl nodded solemnly, her enormous eyes sparkling like two moons. 3. Best Friends. The days in the giant's home were filled with laughter and light. Jenny swung from the rim of a teacup, taught songs that echoed like bells, and helped bake cookies the size of hills. When evening came, they would watch fireflies drift through the window and whisper, "Best friends forever." 4. The Invitation. One bright afternoon, the little giant leaned close. "I'll show you to the royal princess. She loves cute things." Jenny hesitated, brushing her hair behind her ear. "Okay, just for a moment." Her heart fluttered like a tiny leaf in a storm. 5. The Greedy Princess. The princess's eyes glittered with greed. While the little giant turned away, she snatched Jenny and slipped her into a velvet pouch. "Mine now," she whispered, her perfume heavy and cold. Then she swept out of the hall, the sound of her jewels fading down the marble stairs. 6. The Glass Cage. Jenny woke in a glass cage filled with cracked dolls and faded bears. Dust floated like ghosts in the narrow light. Her stomach ached, her voice was too small for the empty room. Then, squeak, squeak, two real hamsters peeked through a crack in the wall. 7. Bread and Kindness. Jenny smiled weakly and pulled a crumb of bread from her pocket. "It's all I have," she whispered. "Let's share." The hamsters sniffed, nibbled, and chirped with joy. For the first time in days, Jenny laughed, a small, bright sound in the dark. 8. The Escape. That night, the hamsters returned, their whiskers twitching with excitement. They whispered through the crack, "Jenny, we found a way out." One by one, they pushed the broken toys aside and widened the hole in the wall. "Come on, Jenny, follow us," they squeaked. Jenny slipped through the gap into the cold night, the moon painting silver on her hair. 9. Paper Cup Boat. They hurried to the castle drain where a single paper cup floated among fallen leaves. "Let's sail away," said Jenny, her voice trembling with hope. The hamsters pushed the cup, and together they climbed aboard their fragile boat. 10. The Night Sea. Waves carried them through the endless night. Jenny held the hamsters close to keep them warm and whispered to herself, "I only drew the land of the tiny ones, but who knew I'd end up in the land of giants?" Her voice drifted into the wind, half wonder, half disbelief. 11. Dawn on the Sea. A silver dawn rose above the horizon. The wind softened and the paper cup glided toward the shore like a dream. At last, Jenny could see land in the distance, small, bright, and safe. She closed her tired eyes and whispered, "We made it home." 12. Home again. Jenny woke in her own bed, the morning sun warm on her cheek. Beside her pillow lay two tiny crumbs of bread, and a small paw print made of dust. She smiled softly. Somewhere, far beyond the window, she thought she heard squeak, squeak.